So what does it take to be successful in real estate investing? Honestly, it's only three things. And here's the actual secret. Are you ready? Of the three things, it's really just one. You only need one of these three things to be a successful real estate investor and make money as a real estate investor in that business. Welcome to the Creative Cash Flow Show. I'm your host, Jesse Mills, where we teach you real estate secrets for achieving both lifestyle and financial freedom so you can have the best life possible. And I'll tell you what, one of the things that is required to do that is to create cash flow, which can pay your bills, which can provide your lifestyle, which can allow you the time freedom to go where you want, when you want, with the people you want, right? And one of the ways to do that, of course, is real estate. And so I get asked all the time, Jesse, what does it take to be successful in real estate, right? What does it take? I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of time. What does it take, right? I don't have any experience. What do I have to do? Here's the cool thing, okay? So what does it take to be successful in real estate investing? Honestly, it's only three things. And here's the actual secret. Are you ready? Of the three things, it's really just one. You only need one of these three things to be a successful real estate investor and make money as a real estate investor in that business. Okay. So you might be saying, really? One thing. Okay. I'm going to start out with the obvious. The obvious, what you need, right? And you guys are saying, well, obviously it's money. You need money to make money, right? It takes money to make money. It's not. That is not the truth. You do not need money to make money. So let's go with number one. You need knowledge. Okay. You need knowledge. You need to know what the heck you're doing. You need to know what is a good deal. What is a bad deal? Where should you be looking for deals? Who should you be talking to? Right? How are deals made? How are they created? How are they structured? And again, this goes into a lot of different things, right? Real estate investing. Holy cow. That is wide open sport. Okay. I love real estate because there's so many stinking ways you can go with it. Do you want to do what, most people think the common things for real estate investing are? Be a landlord. Okay. Do you want to be a house flipper, a rehabber? Do you want to be a wholesaler, right? Do you want to have Airbnbs, short-term rentals? Do you want to flip land? Do you want to do commercial? Do you want to do apartments? Do you want to syndicate, right? Do you want to do micro flipping? Do you want to do industrial? Do you want to sell notes, create and sell notes? Do you want to flip money? Do you want to be a hard money lender? Holy cow, right? All of these things I just dropped. None of these, number one, is buying and selling a house. Okay, that's what agents do. But as an investor, you can do all of these things. I'm sure I'm leaving stuff out. Tax deeds. Do you want to go after tax deeds, right? Got a good friend who kills it at that. So there's so many different ways you can make money in real estate, okay? So as you're asking yourself these questions, I want you to also say, what do I like to do? What do I not like to do? Okay? That's a very important question. In fact, if you have the ability to pull over or stop what you're doing right now, write this down. Write this down on a piece of paper, right? Write this down in your phone, in your tablet, whatever you're doing. Type it out, save it. But what do I love to do? What do I hate to do? Okay. And what are you good at? Question number two. Question number two, what are you good at? And then what are you not good at? Because here's the thing. I have people that'll come to me, a lot and ask kind of questions about getting in the game and, want to maybe leave their job because they can't stand it, or maybe they like it, but they just want more income, right? Or they want to slowly transition out of it. And so, they mentioned something they're learning, studying about, reading, listening to, watching. And, they'll say, hey, I want to do this, okay, this strategy. And, then I say, okay, well, what are you thinking? And, somebody told them that they pay this thing to this guru and, they get this system and all of a sudden they pay for a bunch of mailers and letters and dialers and things happening, but they don't really want to talk to people, right? So they get all these leads coming in, but they don't really want to talk to people and they don't really like the marketing side of it. They don't get into how that works. They just want push button, send check, right? Push button, send check. Like it's that easy. Okay. So here's the thing. If you really don't like people, there's some ways in business that you can go about not having to deal with people as much, right? You can be driving for dollars. If anyone's heard of that, driving for dollars, right? Go look for ugly houses. Go look for ugly buildings. Look for places that are in disrepair that people like just forgot about, and they probably can't afford to fix, and they probably need a solution, a creative solution to get out of that situation they're in. You could be that problem solver, but maybe you have a partner or a friend or a JV partner or someone that is good at talking with that person once you find their information. Okay. So if you don't like to be on the phone and you're scared to be on the phone, either A, get over it and get better at it. Sorry, you got to do that. Or B, have someone else do that. But someone else who's good at that. Don't just offload it to a VA, around the world that also is not good at that. Okay. That's not going to help you get anywhere. You're just going to waste time and money. So somebody loves to talk with people. I love it. Throw me in front of any seller, throw me in front of any investor. I'll talk all day long. I just love people. I just love to communicate, see what people's needs and wants are, challenges, how I can help. If it's a fit, cool, right? Great. If it's not a fit, great. Maybe we see any way we can help. But I love that. I love that aspect of it. Okay. So find the person that resonates with what you want to do, or you have to learn it. You got to get better at it. Okay. But knowledge, it takes knowledge. So number one, I do have to give you props because you're listening to this right now. So you are trying to get knowledge. And as you can see, this is a free source of knowledge, right? This is one of the ways that I like to give back and I love to help is this is free. You didn't pay anything for this podcast. You didn't pay anything to watch this YouTube video, right? It's free 99. So you've got podcasts, you've got YouTube, you've got a million great websites out there. You got Bigger Pockets, right? You've got, Facebook groups, you've got LinkedIn groups, you've got, mentors and coaches on Facebook, on social, on TikTok, on Instagram, on everything, right? You got all this stuff out there that you can go get. Now, be careful though, because just because you see it out there, and especially just because it's free, doesn't always mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's always accurate. So you do want to find a good coach, a good mentor, who really has the experience and has done what you want to do. Okay. Not someone who talks about it and has never done it. Someone who does it, has done it, is doing it, and can help you, right? Learn from their mistakes, learn from their failures, learn from their successes, right? It's easier that way. Okay. So you got to have knowledge. You got to have knowledge. All right. Number two, you got to have hustle. You have to have hustle in this business. Like I said, you can't just subscribe to a program, right? Throw it on your credit card, max it out, push some buttons, see all these leads coming in, not get back to those leads, right? Not know how to talk to people, not know how to problem solve, not know how to put things together, and just expect you're going to get, all this money and just close all these deals. Okay. You've got to hustle, right? This is a contact sport. Sales is the contact sport. The more people you contact, the more opportunities you're going to have. The more opportunities you have, the more you're going to close. Okay. Now, when I say close, I don't mean slimy, salesy, bad closers and, people who just are crafty, crappy salespeople. I mean, truly providing a service and a product that is a benefit to somebody, that's helping somebody, that's providing value to somebody. Okay. And if it doesn't meet, their needs, then it's not a good thing. It's not a good fit. And you got to be able to say that, of course, right? But if it does, you also got to be comfortable and confident to say, hey, you need this. And this is why. Okay. Because you have problems X, Y, and Z, but I've got solutions over here, A, B, C, right? And we can put this together. Here's how we can help you out, right? So you got to be able to do that. But it also takes the hustle of having enough leads coming in, having enough properties to choose from, having enough other partners and people and clients and customers that you can work with to be able to do this stuff. Okay. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing how many people I've talked to, especially since I started coaching here about 4 or 5 years ago. People I'll talk to, they're like, oh, I'm making, 40,000, 60,000, 80,000, whatever the number is per year. But man, I want to double that. And I'm like, all right, cool. I love it. I love those goals, right? I love those goals. All right. So, tell me what times of the week you're going to break out to do this. Oh, well, I'm really busy, but I can do, maybe 8 to 10 in the morning on Mondays. I could do 2 to 3 on Fridays, and I'll probably call 20 people, throughout the week. I'm like, are you kidding me? 20 in a week? Really? And so where you're at income-wise, success-wise, time-wise, you want to double that, but you want to put in like an eighth of the effort. It ain't going to happen. Hustle. You got to hustle. Does that mean, working early in the morning before you go to your job? Yes. Does it mean working nights and weekends? Yes. Does it mean filling in any free time you have? Yes. Does it mean getting creative and thinking outside the box and using automation and technology and leverage and partners? Yes. It means do what you got to do if you want to really get there, if you really want to get that. Okay. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Right. And here's the cool thing. So one of the things we use in my coaching program is we have a scorecard. Okay. And we look through this weekly. And in the scorecard, when you submit that at the beginning of the week, number one, I can tell you if you killed it, right, and you got 100% of your goals for the week, what is that going to look like? Okay. Some of these goals, I'll be honest, they're weak. And I've got weeks and days where my activity is weak too, right? We all do. But I can tell you just based on the goals, it might be weak or it might be super strong. Like, hey, this is killer. If you do this, this is a killer week. Okay. But then you got to do it. So then you don't just put these things down that I'm going to do on a Sunday night or a Monday morning for the week ahead. And then you get to Friday and just completely forget about it, right? You got to keep track of it, right? You have to hold yourself or have other people hold you accountable. Okay. So then you say, hey, I was going to talk to 20 people on Monday, 40 people on Monday, 60 people on Monday. I talked to 3. Okay. Well, what happened? What got in your way? Something clearly got in the way because you didn't do what you said you were going to do, right? So did you make up for it on Tuesday? Did you have a better day on Tuesday, right? But you got to be able to track, you got to be able to measure. But first, you just have to know what the heck that looks like. You got to carve out the time, okay? So you can't have, champagne dreams, right, on a beer effort, right? Okay, you can't do that. So it takes hustle, guys. Number 2 is hustle. Number 3, what is number 3? Well, are you waiting for it? Because here it is finally. Number 3 is money. You got to have money if you don't have the other 2. Okay, follow me. You may want to pause that, may want to rewind it, or I'll just say it again. If you don't have the other 2, you got to have money. You got to have capital. Okay. Now, I have purchased many homes before, literally with no money down, 0 down. Okay. I've helped people do it. I've worked with people do it. I've got friends that do it, right? I've done things where I brought together people and partners, and I just knew of someone who had capital, and I knew of someone who had the property, and I was the deal connector, the dot connector, I like to say, right? Because I had the knowledge of how to bring people together to add value. Okay. But if you have no hustle, okay. Now, when I say no hustle, that could be you're just lazy and you're not matching your efforts to your dreams and your goals. Okay. If it is that, it is that, right? You gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, maybe that's what it is. Or perhaps you are what I like to call maybe a lazy landlord. And I actually say that with affection. A lazy landlord might be somebody who runs their own business, right? Maybe they're an entrepreneur, and real estate's a side thing. They want cash flow. They want tax deductions, depreciation, and they want someone paying down their debt for them, right? They want all this stuff, but they're busy working their tail off with their business, and they don't want to be a full-time real estate investor or person. They want to run their restaurant, or their vet clinic, or their dental clinic, or they're an attorney, or they're a pilot, right? Work with multiple pilots. So someone of that area. It's not they're lacking in hustle. It's they're trying to be efficient with their time. Well, guess what, guys? That person who doesn't have a lot of time needs the person who has a lot of time and can put in all the hustle, right? And the person who has a lot of hustle might not have a lot of money. They might not have a lot of capital, but guess what? They can go find deals. They can find the people that find the deals. They can take the time that the really busy entrepreneur, business owner, or professional doesn't have to go learn their craft better, right? Study it, become a master of it, and then go find the stuff to connect them with. All right. Now, maybe you have, again, just the knowledge. Like, man, you know what? I'm pretty good. Like, I get this stuff, I understand this stuff, but I don't have the money right now. I don't have the capital, and I don't really have the hustle. Well, you still might get lucky. Because guess what? If you find the person that's got the time and the hustle to go find everything, and then you connect them with the person that has the capital that doesn't have the time, right? Guess what? Or they don't have, again, the knowledge, okay? Because they're kind of, relying on the guidance of you with your knowledge. You can put these things together, okay? And you can do deals. So, if you have any sort of, concern about getting going, you just need one of these 3. If you have 2 of these 3, good for you, right? It's going to be easier. And if you got 3 out of 3, amen, right? It's going to be much easier for you than if you have the 2 out of 3, but you don't need all 3. And I hate it when people say it takes money to make money. No, it doesn't. It takes hustle. It takes creativity. It takes connections. It takes working your tail off. It takes learning your product, learning your craft. And a lot of this stuff, guys, you can do for free. Now, I will give you a little cautionary tale. If you're in the position to have even a little bit of capital, you can do what I like to do, and that's called pay for shortcuts. Okay. I like to pay to get in the express lane, even if that means investing in myself, more time, more money, more capital, because you know what? Someone's already done what I want to do. Someone's already where I want to be. And so if I'm not there, why would I want to go rack my head against the wall every day to try to figure it out when I could just say, hey, can you show me exactly what you did and why you didn't do that and why you did do that? And can I be like a fly on the wall? And you know what? There's so much opportunity out there to do that, whether it's an online course, whether it's a mastermind, whether it's a coaching program, whether it's one-on-one coaching or group coaching, right? But find the person that's doing what you want to do. And honestly, it doesn't have to be, the top of the top, the cream of the cream. That's, a billionaire. You don't just go from making 50 grand a year, 100 grand a year, 150 grand a year to being a billionaire. But if someone is making hundreds of thousands a year, that's still better, isn't it? If they have more time, any day of the week they could take off and go see their kids' sports games, or they're taking 4, 6, 8, vacations a year. It's not a big deal. Okay, well, that's a pretty good spot if you're not in that spot. So find someone that can give you a shortcut if you do, if you want to just get there faster. If you really don't want to, okay, but it's going to be a little tougher, right? And it's going to take more time. So in the end, time is the most precious commodity. It truly is. And once you really start, learning from and studying successful people, wealthy people, it's all about time, leveraging their time, multiplying their time, right? How to have all these things happening with their time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know what? Please drop me a line, comment, hit me up, send me a message, send me a DM. I'm at The Jesse Mills on socials, THE, The Jesse Mills on all the socials, okay? Or you can go to thejessemills.com, check out our blog, and check out some other ways you can get involved. We can work together, we can partner. But if you've got knowledge, I want to talk to you, okay? If you've got hustle, I want to talk to you. And if you've got money and capital, but you don't have the other ones, I want to talk to you because I can help in any one of those situations. All right, so thanks again, guys, for joining us, and have a great rest of your day, and look forward to seeing you very soon. Thanks.